Boise's market update. People have been saying and trying to put headlines together that this market's crashing, that we're in a recession, that interest rates are down, now they're up, now they're down, now they're leveling. People want to know what's going on, so we're going to dive into all things that there is in this market update, guys. This is Brian Hymas, realtor here in the Boise Valley. Been doing real estate for the last 5+ years. Appraiser before that, born and raised in the Boise area. Lived in Boise, Meridian. Lived in Eagle, Middleton, and most recently was in Eagle for 7 years and just made the switch out to Middleton and to grab some land, and we absolutely love it. So we are going to talk about all things that are current in the Boise real estate market, and I'm going to answer all your questions and answers. So this meeting depends on you guys. So when you guys get on, and I'd love to see when you guys are on where you're watching from, and if it's live or if you're replay. If you're live, I'll see those comments live. If you're replay, give me a hashtag replay on there, and we will get you guys answered in post comments when I see those comments come up. So because I answer every one of those. So if you have any questions about the market, if you have any questions about buyer's advantage or seller's advantage, we will cover all of that. So bring all your questions, and we are going to get started with a few stats and things that we've pulled. And let's dive in. So let's talk about the current pricing right now in the Boise Valley. So according to Boise Regional Realtors, single family homes are in Ada County. That's Ada County, if you remember, is Boise, Meridian, Kuna, Star, Eagle, Garden City, Meridian. The home prices are down 15% roughly from 2021 to 2022. So that is a decent. Remember things later. That's just one bad data point. There's still developments going on. There's still building going on. There are a couple of builders who have put moratoriums on things. There's some cities are slower to pull permits. Well, most cities. And you have kind of a general. They're kind of standing back and just kind of waiting to see what happens, right? And you have builders kind of doing the same. You have real estate agents out there saying, hey, the market's great. We're going to keep going. It's time now is a good time to buy. And, last time it was real estate agents just trying to push down our throats. That now is a good time to sell. But you really have to look at the whole enchilada. You've got to, I think one thing when you buy or sell is you just want to buy or sell in the same market. If you buy now, sell later, there's a risk. If you sell now, buy later, there's a risk. No market is the same. It's either from yesterday. Never, ever, ever the same. We could argue that till the cows come home, but I won't. Most likely, I won't move off my stance there because there's more home selling than there was yesterday. But there's different news headlines that are going on, and so everything always changes. And when we have news headlines that say we're looks like I'm competing with something else. Trump is announcing now. Thanks, Bob, for getting on. Looks like Trump is announcing. So if he's your guy, then I might get trumped. I also know the college football playoff rankings are coming on right now too, so I might get trumped there as well. Fight on for all those. Let's see, where's that USC helmet? There she is, right there. Might get trumped a little bit. So if you're watching, let's hear your questions. Anything you have about market, we are happy to entertain those. So headlines though, headlines are interesting. Have you guys ever seen that Netflix documentary where they talk about, what it is you need to click and how the algorithm works, and it feeds you more and more. So the more left you are, the more it feeds you those. The more right you are, the more your feed those. It's programmed to hit you guys and hit me. It's, I've got, we'll complain about clickbait, clickbait. The more they because they get more clicks. If you don't deliver the promise of the headline, right, then it's clickbaity. But for the most part, these headlines that are hitting us are very much real. You have people saying, right now that we're heading into recession. You have people celebrating that we're curbing inflation. You have people say we're already in a recession. I think there's a lot of speculation that can cause a lot of pause, and we have to be careful that we're acting with what we know. for example, a colleague of mine, good friend in the real estate industry, we bounce a lot of ideas off each other, just a ton. And she said that she had a home inspection come back and that her buyers were, after the home inspection, said the roof was good, but the buyers were wanting to have the sellers replace a roof. But the inspector didn't find any fault in it. And then they said, well, in a few years, it's going to be bad. You can't do that. Just like you can't do that with the market. We have to be very, very constant in what we think about the market. So, let's keep our heads level there. So, to dive into some of the things I've seen around the valley. I talked about some people building and different plans. I mean, Pinnacle's still going strong. That's a Pinnacle. Quartet's finally getting around to building homes. Those are both Brighton developments. Brighton's a developer. They bring in usually a handful of builders to build with them. Brighton's still going strong. One of the largest around there. There's I'll tell you, there's a single family development up in Cuna. 561 homes have been approved. There's a neighborhood called Patagonia, and they're on the northeast corner of that intersection, Hubbard and Locust Grove. That doesn't sound like it was Hubbard and Meridian, but maybe I'm wrong. And now they're taking the northwest, northeast, and southeast corners, and they're going to call it Patagonia Ridge, Patagonia Lakes, and Patagonia East. Going to make a total of 561 residences. It's going to be 174 acres, and they're going to have a construction of a Cuna Elementary School, another one. There's a ton of elementary schools over there. So just so you know, there's still things happening. I want to take a look at the rates. We probably all saw some of those rates come hit the headlines from some realtors. Guys, they got as low as 6% on a 15-year fixed. On the 30-year fixed, I think we saw, and I could be wrong, I feel like I saw 6% on. I know it says in this graph that we're 6% on a 15, but I feel like a couple of days ago it got to 6% on a 30-year fixed. Either way, they're lower than we've seen them. It's interesting that you've got what happens with buyers' activity when interest rates are going like this. You know, buyers are waffling, and when rates are flat, even though they might be at 6%, but flat. I wish I could make my hand flat. Buyers are pretty steady in their desires to buy. But when interest rates are going up and down, up and down, up and down, buyers just kind of say, whoa, hold on, I'm going to wait. So if it's 4, then it's 5. It's 4, then it's 5. It's like, whoa, I don't want to buy. This is a volatile time. Well, buying at 5 when it's jumping was a lot better than steady at 6, but that's just not how the human psychology works. People want to buy when their interest rates are steady. And it comes on the backs of Fed announcements and inflation and interest rates and things like that. Any questions? Please tune in if you've got any questions. Chime in if you've got any questions. Chat in there. Tell me where you're watching from. Looks like we got a handful of viewers there on right now. I'd love to hear where you're watching from. Let's take a look at some of our data. When we look at Ada County, I want to look at Ada County compared from the previous 30 days. And that would be, when I say November, I'm saying October 15th through November 14th. And when I say September, I'm going to say October, I'm going to say September 15th through October 14th. And we'll see that data side by side here. So currently there's 1,210 listings this is Ada County as a whole. That's down, you can see. And then we're going to move to pending. Pending, there's 100 less. So, which is great. That means our sold data should reflect that. I should peek and see what the next slide is for solds are. Sold 611 to 698. So less of a gap there, but still pretty constant. We might have seen, I wonder what we'd see if we pulled up the expireds. I wonder what we'd see. Diggin Goonschmidt from Fruitland. Thanks for watching. And who's there? Brian, thank you for tuning in as well. Median days on market has gone down in the Eagle area. That's great news for Well, it's good news depending on which side of the equation you're on, but I think it's good news. I would rather, if I have to choose one stat to be lower, it's going to be days on market. You still want demand to be there, expressed in the terms of people buying homes. So that's a good thing to see is days on market. And we use median, we don't use the average. Average is usually higher because you've got some homes that are overpriced and they've been on the market for 400 days, and that just brings up the average. Median sold price. This one, all of Ada County has gone up 2,000. That's, for all intents and purposes, that's the same number. Lowest sold price and highest price. Let's get those both there. 235 to 200. In Ada County, it is a very good price. In terms of hitting a price point, I have two buyers right now who one just closed this past week. He was closed at 209,000. And he didn't buy in Ada County. He bought actually in Washington County, which is a few counties away in Weiser. In fact, my first home I've ever sold in Weiser. I don't sell there often, don't go there often. In fact, it was my second time in my life ever there. And that was good stuff. Gene, can you pull those stats up again? Because we're going to talk, and then and that last, the last one was highest sold price. So 3.2 million compared to 2.3. I've got a video being released right now for Ada County home. It's listed at roughly 7 million. Did a tour that will hit the YouTube channel here shortly. So watch out for that one. Fun home, ex-NFL star, right by the Boise River. Awesome home to entertain, full basketball court. It's pretty cool. But yeah, 3.2 million compared to 2.3 million in Ada County. So let's have questions on these numbers. Please chime in, and we'll get those questions answered. But let's dive into Eagle stats. Eagle stats. So about 10% down, 127 to 113, 113. Can't say numbers. Pendings, you should see the same trend across this. 65 to 45. So a huge percentage off. Off the top of my head, that's a 33% decline. 79 to 69, that's about a 12% decrease from month over month. Median days on market, we should see a little bit higher. Let me guess. I'm going to guess from Ada County to Eagle. Let's see what it is. Oh, we saw a little bit lower. And usually there's a higher price point in Eagle, so those homes are right. They were a little bit more days on market. But the good thing about Eagle when it comes to marketing is there's always a demand for Eagle. Because of the people with more money in their pocket can pay that. Median sold price up. This, guys, remember median sold price in Eagle. This number, if we were to take the last 12 months, recession, talks of recession, or no recession, 885 to 934 is a very normal back and forth median sales price. So you can don't say that, oh, we're out of recession. Oh, we're doing this is normal behavior for Eagle because we're only taking the solds of 69 homes. So that's a median sold price. Lowest price per square foot sold in Ada County, Eagle was 380 now, and then up to 415. Is awesome. That 380 was 190 a square foot. That's so low. And then the highest sold price in Eagle was 3.2. So that was that highest one in Ada County. So 2.2 to 3.2, those are both in Eagle. All right, and let's check out what we're looking for in Meridian. If you have any questions, guys, if you have those questions, please type those in. Stats are wonderful. We like going over those. We've got people saying we're in a recession. We've got people saying we're entering a recession. We got numbers that say we're still going strong. Blessed to have a market pulse on the market just from YouTube people like you guys. When people are watching, when people are calling in, asking questions, texting in, emailing questions, telling me they're visiting in town, like that's my pulse on the market. And I have a pretty good pulse of the buyer activity. It certainly helps when people get reelected. It certainly helps when, and I say people, I mean people that you might not agree with politically, and you might be going to a redder state in Idaho. Very few people in Idaho want to change that. I just actually ran into someone who's out to dinner on Friday night, fast food called Teriyaki Madness, and I was next to a guy from Colorado, and he said, "We need more Californians. We need the that type of thinking." I was like, "Interesting. Like very few people. I've never heard that. It's just not normal, which is fine. Honestly, I have a ton of respect for both sides. I just have my way of thinking, but I like to think that I can be open-minded to hear, to see, and try to hear what they're saying. So I always resonate with my crowd. A lot of people are like, no, they're dead wrong. But I think there's great truth in what they're saying. I just disagree. I think there's truth in what I think, and they would probably disagree with that, and that's great. I want them to, and I want to make this place better. Idaho really is this. The whole thing of why I do these lives, of why I do these videos, is to make the Idaho dream for you come true. And there's no greater compliment that I can receive than a phone call or a text or an email from you, letting me know that you'd like my help making the Idaho dream come true. So if that's you, please let me help you in those dreams, and we'll get you started on the easy 1, 2, 3 buying process that starts with some communication. We'll put us on a Zoom call, and that Zoom call is super informative. There's many reasons why, and then we'll get you up to Boise to check it out. All right, next city, Gene. All right, Meridian slightly down, almost 10%, not quite. And then if we go to pending sales, we went from 164 to 147. Again, that's about it's close to about 10%. And then solds remained pretty close to even, 196 to 199. Median days on market really stayed even there, 30 to 29. If you look at the median sold price in Meridian, very similar. Again, for how many homes we have to sell there, 548 to 550 is pretty much the same number. I guess it's 547, 495. And lowest sold price was 267 to 281. And then Meridian coming in for the highest sell price this last 30 days was 2.9. That's a pretty good sell price for Meridian. I like to check that out. It's a good one. All right. So what are your thoughts, guys? Do you think we're in a recession? Do you think we're officially there? Do you think we're in a booming market? Do you think we're just in a dip? Do you think we're leveling out? I want to hear your thoughts on what you think we are doing in the market and why. Let me hear you tell me why you think we're doing the up or the down right now, or steadying out. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts there. Let's check out. Yeah, tell me, guys. Is there anything I can add? Is there anything I can answer for you guys in this live here? Guys, remember to contact me, a text or a phone call, 208-213-2092. I answer all those phone calls myself. I do all the tours for Boise myself. I do all the answering on YouTube myself. Gene will help me with some back end stuff you see here. Gene's got, and then Gene and a couple friends we've got working on some things in the back. I must have a great support team, but when it comes to client interactions, guys, that's me. I take pride in that. I take in the fact that you're going to get me. You're going to get my service. You're going to get my 1, 2, 3 easy buying process. I'm going to help you on your dreams to become an Idahoan. We have a process that helps you not miss out on any homes, not overpay for homes, and not buy a lemon. And you'll feel confident of that. You'll feel confident whether you're in Idaho, whether you have to go back home to California, Washington, Oregon, wherever it is, and you'll feel confident that I can deliver what you guys want. In fact, I just did a tour right now. Today. This is just so typical. People are out of town. We've been together twice in town together in my walkthrough home. I know they're going to love it. I wish I could have the feedback to confirm that, but we've spent so much time together that then this is what happens with every customer, that once you go back home, I am your man. And I help in that whole process of making sure we're walking through homes. We're seeing homes online that fit what you want. And we are not wasting our time on homes that you don't want. And when we see a home that you do want, we're all on the same page and we can make an offer and we can strike. In this market, some people are afraid to make offers. No homes. I have not seen many homes go for full asking price unless you price it right on the first weekend, maybe a tinge low, because people are wanting, 10 to 40, 50K on their price range. But I'd love to know what you prefer, right? What do you prefer? Do you prefer to wait? Do you prefer to strike now? Do you prefer to strike later? Do you kind of want to wait? I've got 3 people selling that possibly are going to sell this winter, and they're going to wait till turn of the year based on stats. And if you look at the stats that are tracked for showings, come January, the number of showings goes up quite a bit. So that's what we're going to wait for. If you need to email me, brian@brianhymus.com, 208-213-2092. And our next live will be December 6th at 1 p.m. We are going to cover it, not the market so much as we will. I might be able to bring on. I'd love to hear from you guys who I should bring on. So I've got an option to bring on a builder. I've got an option to bring on school district officials, and be fair game. So if you have anyone you're like, man, I'd love to hear from such and such. I've had lenders on here before, and I would love to have lenders on there again if that's what you guys like, for you guys to ask their questions to them. I've had both Braden and Eric on here, my 2 preferred real lenders. They work hard, they work smart, they get things done in time, they close fast, and their rates are super, super low, and their cost to close are super, super low. So both of them are like within $10 of how small their costs are, and we're talking right around $1,000 a piece. And then their rates are as competitive as it gets. And both have awesome rates and awesome programs, and I think outside the box. Jeff, thanks for chatting in. Jeff says, was starting to look at townhomes in Meridian area as a second home. Didn't see many choices. There are not too many townhomes, condos, etc. Yeah, so actually, coincidentally, I was looking for townhomes today. There's not a ton. Did you look at Jeff? There's Movado. There's Movado had a couple. Another grouping. There's not a ton. But would you be afraid of Eagle? Eagle has some townhomes that are for sale in Legacy, the neighborhood I came from. Those were $400,000. I'd love to know what price range you're trying to hit, Jeff. And if you're not working with the realtor, hit me up and we can put together a search and a game plan to get a second home. And if it's a second home, would that be for a rental? If so, we've got a great rental income cost calculator that tells you your true earnings as opposed to just what your cash flow is. Cash flow is only one part of the deal, right? Cash flow, tax savings, and appreciation, and then they're paying down your principal. I mean, there's four reasons you want to invest. We could bring in. Boy, there's so many people we could bring in. Anyway, I was gonna say someone and I stopped myself. So there's a reason to stop myself. Dick and Goonschmidt. Oh, bring on Chet. Yeah. Okay. Chet would be awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying your house. That's who you are. I didn't catch on. I sent Dick and Goonschmidt to Chet Builder, who's super open, super what's the word? Transparent builder, and from some brothers in the building industry and developing industry, and he's starting out his building company, and he's doing an awesome job. He's helped build people there. So 350 area probably for personal use, not for rental. Okay. Yeah, Jeff, shoot me an email, brian@brianhymus.com, or text 208-213-292. We'll get you started there. And yes, I actually saw pictures of it. Chet and his family, they are some of the best. Yeah, Chet would be home builder. So I got Chet. I've got another. Chet's done a few houses. I've got a home builder. I'm really good friends with Chet. I'm really good friends with Alturas' owner. Alturas does a couple hundred homes a year. I wonder if he'd be willing to get on here. He's their CEO, not owner. Who else? I mean, I feel like every time there's a new builder, I'm like, oh, I have some connection to a lot of builders. So builders, I got tons and tons. I don't have. Alturas is probably the largest builder I'm good friends with. So let me know. A small. We've got. We could do lenders. We could do title. Interesting. Bore half feet to death. Let me know what you're looking for. And guys, if there's anything I can do to help you make Idaho dreams come true, please, please, please let me know. That is why I do these. And I enjoy it. It's no better compliment that I receive than phone calls, text, emails from you, letting me know how I can best help. So if there's nothing else, no more chats coming in, we are going to say sayonara. And don't forget, first Tuesday of the month, December 6th at 1 p.m. Mountain or 12 p.m. noon Pacific, we'll be having our my light just went off. We'll be having our live covering, hopefully a visitor coming from you guys for your suggestion, and we can go from there. Guys, take care. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next live, and we'll see you on the next videos. There's a couple cool videos releasing soon. Don't forget to subscribe, obviously, and we'll catch you next time.